Yo, what is up? Episode 5, Ride, Climb, Drink. This is the beginning story, the origins, where it all began, where it all started. Okay, so back in February 2019, this is like my second time climbing whatsoever. I was such a newbie. I would get pumped so fast. My arms, my forearms, oh my goodness, would get so sore. This was so early on in my climbing career. I don't even have shoes. I didn't even have like a gym membership. I don't even know if I knew what the term flash meant. You could probably tell me to grab a crimp and a wall full of holds, and I would not know which one to grab. Dude, I didn't know shit. I don't even have footage of me climbing. That's how like old it was. I wasn't even recording anything yet. I don't even have like pictures of me, just like a couple of pictures. The rest are of the guys. So at least like once a year, me and some fraternity brothers back from college, some really good friends of mine, like to get together, do like some bro trips and just like have fun and just do a whole bunch of fun shit. And so this was like one of our first years. I think this was like the first year that we ever like got together and did stuff like this. So one of our college friends like moved to Utah, and then he started climbing, and then we went to go visit him on this bro trip, and then he got us into climbing. Okay, so this is my friend John. John is the one that got us all into climbing. He's definitely like the strongest one of us in the group at the time. I could probably out-climb him now, but for sure, like he was like the strongest one climbing that day. And so he's the one that got us all into it. This is the Front in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's where it all began, where it all started. This is my friend Wes, and then this is my pledge brother Alby. And so this was like his first time climbing, I believe. We had such a blast. It was so fun. I don't even think we went bouldering that day, maybe just like a little bit of bouldering. It was mostly like top rope on the big walls. I mean, these walls over there at the front are like huge. It's so fun. I'm going to do like a gym tour of there later. You got to check it out for sure. But yeah, this is like one of Alby's first time climbing whatsoever. I mean, like really good jugs. This is like like a 5.6 or something like that, 5.7. But man, when you first start climbing, you get so freaking pumped, I swear. You think it's going to be easy because it's like climbing a ladder. It's like, okay, I can climb a ladder. And it's like, oh, I can hold on to these. When you first grab them, it's like, okay, I can grip this for sure. Go all the way up. Dude, fuck no. Dude, you just get so friggin' tired because you use muscles that you typically don't use on a daily basis. Unless, like, I mean, you do grip stuff, but for most people, like even if you work out, like I was hitting the gym like constantly. Even Alby's like in really good shape right there. But he's looking pretty good for being like his first time, like pretty solid movement. He like tried to grab like the pink one, I think, to take a rest or something. You could definitely tell this is like our first time climbing though. When you look at his feet, he's like using like the instep of his foot. He's not even using his toes. But yeah, these walls get like super tall. I think it's like 77 feet or something crazy like that. I have no idea. I'll put it like in the description.
Hey, you can let go and rest your hands a little bit, Alby.
Don't you speak?
Remember when first time we met her, he had that beater ass mustache? Running track, you're like, what?
You can rest, Alby, let go.
So this is one of my good friends, Wes. He's a Sigma Chi as well. Yeah, this was, I think, one of his first times climbing too. This might be like his second, third time. But dude, the Wes is freaking strong as hell. He was like a security guard or some shit, like at a prison. So he likes to fucking work out. So he's like really strong as a climber, like already. He's just like flying up the wall. And even though this was like one of the like easier routes, I mean, you still gotta like kind of think about the movement of like where you're grabbing, where you want to place your feet, things like that. And so you can see like Wes struggle a little bit. But for the most part, dude, he's fucking crushing this climb. For like his first time, I'm pretty sure I climbed the same route. I have no recollection of this whatsoever. It was like so long ago. And so that's like kind of like where I started recording the climbs and like recording like all these trips, because dude, I forget shit so easily.
Yeah, that's why you gotta like make a conscious effort to.
There you go.
Man, look at that.
Hell yeah. That was so much better than you found
Yeah, so this was the trip that like basically started it all for me with climbing. I mean, I've climbed like one time beforehand, and then that was kind of like an intro into it for sure. And then from here on, and then it was just like, from then on, there we go. From then on, it was just like, dude, nonstop climbing. Or, I mean, there was a period where the world stopped. And so that I stopped climbing, but then picked it up again. Which brings us to today. So that's what like started my climbing journey over there at the front, February 2019. But it was February in Salt Lake City, so of course there was snow on the mountains. So on that trip we also hit up Snowbird and went snowboarding. I want to say this was also like my second time snowboarding, so I wasn't like that good. I'm not like great now, but even then, like I've improved for sure. And my camera quality has improved for sure. This was recorded like on my Hero 3. It was like an old ass silver. They didn't have like any image stabilization whatsoever. So this thing is like fucking janky and shaky AF, and so forgive that. Though I do believe this was Alby's first time snowboarding for sure. Alby is an athlete, good football player in high school. He's a track star. Dude, Alby's an athlete, though. When it comes to extreme sports, Alby tries. Though Alby falls a lot for sure. Dude, I love Alby. Alby's, like I said, my pledge brother, and so like we're like that. But dude, that guy cannot snowboard whatsoever. We're just like hanging out with Alby on these little small runs, showing him how to snowboard. Like I said, I'm not even like good, but I was better than him. And I will say this, Alby cannot snowboard. Though, dude, Alby can sure as fuck dress the part though. When Alby wants to do something, he goes all out. That's something about Albert. Dude, he gets decked out, and so he looks the part. So we had found this like little tiny little jump off where you can get like 4 inches of air. And we felt so like cool jumping off that. I mean, we can't even jump off shit now, but I mean, we're definitely better. But that little bit of air, we just felt like so cool. So yeah, this was the first investor ski trip, pro trip that we took together, like all of us, and that's what started it all, for sure. You can trace Ride, Climb, Drink all the way back to this time right here in February 2019 in Salt Lake City, Utah. Since then, me and the boys have done like a whole bunch of other trips, like to Vegas, to Arkansas, like here Phoenix, and like more stuff in Salt Lake City. And since then, I've recorded more and started upgrading my camera gear. So that's where I'm going to be going on now, is just telling all these stories, mainly for like me to look back and remember, but also for you too, so you can check out this stuff and maybe just like, oh cool, I didn't know that was there. I love watching like the climbing vlogs and videos and stuff like that, like the bouldering bobats and whatever. And so like they inspire me to climb, and so I want to inspire others as well, and so that's where these videos are coming from. So I want to inspire you to go out to Salt Lake City, Utah, and climb at the front, or go out to snowbird and then hit up boarding if you've never been snowboarding, and then all these other things that me and the boys like to do. And so that's part of it as well. So if you've never tried snowboarding, check that shit out for sure. It's so much fun. You're like flying down a mountain going like so fast. I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, that's where the real appeal comes from. But yeah, here's us snowboarding in Snowbird. in July 2019, we started another tradition that we refer to now as the L Trail. Actually, I guess we referred to it as the L Trail then as well. So it's still the L Trail. So in Salt Lake City, there's this thing where you can buy like a $30 pass, or like 25, something like that, something really cheap. You get like a $30 pass, and it gives you like a $5 like coupon to like multiple breweries in the Salt Lake City area. So like all the brews are like $5 anyways. So what we do is we buy that $30 pass, and then we hop on the bikes, and then we go from place to place to place. Just using that $5 coupon, so you get like a free beer. $30 for like a free beer at like multiple places. It definitely is worth it. But okay, so July 2019, this was our first one. We had no idea what we were doing. It was freaking wild. It was a lot of fun though. Yeah, so that was the first L Trail. Please drink responsibly if you do it, and for sure wear a helmet. I'll go ahead and drop a link in the description where you can purchase like your own L Trail pass and do your own L Trail in Salt Lake City. I definitely have some more L Trails coming your way, and some more climbing and some more adventures. So for sure follow, like, subscribe, the whole mess.